What is up YouTube, and welcome back into another WildRift video. We have something special for you, and it's the super omega healing build for Aatrox. So with Sundered Sky being released and Aatrox being a criminal when it comes to self-healing, especially in combination with his ultimate, you will see some crazy healing numbers. So what does what does Sundered Sky really do for you, and why can it be a good item? So Sundered Sky is an item that allows you to deal damage with an empowered auto attack every 6 seconds to an enemy champion, and each champion has a separate cooldown. This hit will deal more damage and will heal you for a portion of your base AD, as well as a portion of your missing HP. Now, Aatrox's ultimate ability is amplifying all healing this champion gets. This synergizes pretty well with his passive, like the empowered auto attack, which also deals damage depending on the enemy's maximum HP, and heals you for that one. So you can imagine it like a Divine Sandra. If you combine both of them, you will see some insane healing number. You can go from 1 HP to close to 100% HP with just one auto attack. And what you have to do during teamfights is to just properly target enemy champions and get the Sundered Sky procs on them. On the PC version of this game, they removed Divine Sandra as an item because the item was unbalanceable. The item was simply too broken, and the item is too broken, even still in WildRift. So for top lane, you really can't make this happen. In the jungle department, if you're not running sudden impact, you can debate going a different item, especially if you go for a bruiser build. Because if you go for an assassin or like a carry jungle build from the very get-go, sudden impact and your Moose Ghostblade are just way too broken for you. Here we, however, he did some really nice. So he queued behind him to get the second part of his queue because it. Okay, interesting choice to just lower the counterplay because he wants to have his third queue a lot faster. Okay, very cool idea here, very cool play. Katarina makes her appearance. I don't really think he can stop her. She gets the reset angles. She probably has ult very soon again, but she can just escape. Yeah, she might be. Ooh, she might actually not. Oh, she might get out. Okay. So now, because his bot lane dies, he wasn't able to take away the enemy Croc camp, which would have been such a massive victory for him. And he spent so much time on the map right now not achieving anything that his tempo is completely ruined. However, now he is able to pick up the Gluttonous Grease, a very hefty investment, and he buys a Caulfield's Warhammer. So there's two things that are the saving grace of, for example, the new items. For Eclipse, it's a high 80 item. So if you're already winning and you're already ahead, as long as you build on theme, and for example, Eclipse is an on theme item, if you get to hit people, you will win because, well, you have damage. Yeah, nice ultimate coming in. Enemy flashes away, we go in for a play, exhaust dropping onto our forehead. Our AD carry had been tanking the tower, needs to get away. Katarina makes her appearance. We get so much healing from our spells, and we barely survive this play. No, we don't, because we get stunned by the Sona, and our AD carry had to recall because he started tanking, I believe, if I'm not remembering wrong. But yeah, in the bottom left, you see that he's going for Sundered Sky first. Also very interesting to see is that he went for Gathering Storm over Triumph on Aatrox. Because if you think about this, right, Aatrox is a reset champion. Like, you go in with your ultimate, you want to get more than one kill, and the healing of Triumph will be amplified by your ultimate. So not going for Triumph seems very bizarre to me. And generally just utilizing Nimbus and Flash with not even Ghost also seems a little bit weird. But yeah, if you're wondering about all the other of his items, Maw is a broken item in the game. Trinity Force, what does it do for you? It just adds more burst damage to the mix. Goes around the corner. Ah, she doesn't come here. And the item Aatrox Gauge just amplifies your tankiness overall because you have Sundered Sky, you have Trinity Force, both are HP items, and therefore you gain even more HP plus the Aatrox HP, so you gain a relatively big shield on top when you go low HP. Somebody's yelling outside, amazing. Summer is a tough time because when I have the windows open, even though I live in literally Narnia, like I can go outside for 2 minutes and I can see cows. Sometimes there's like people yelling. It's the Kaiser here. Hax flashes away from getting pulled back, turns around, big chunk onto the forehead of the enemy. Eclipse shield coming in. So the question is, would he have not achieved the same result with Sundered Sky? I think he would have. He would have achieved an even better result with Sundered Sky than with Eclipse. Because let's just break it down, okay? Let's just break it down. Because we will see. Okay, he pops this, he gets the shield and he runs away. Shield is being completely consumed, anti-healing is applied. Okay, avoids this again, turns around. And now this would have been the Sundered Sky auto attack, which would have been bigger than the shielding because of the healing amplifier. So he would have probably healed up until, if you look at my mouse, like up until here. With the passive auto attack, plus the Sundered Sky auto attack. And again, the same. He would have healed for a lot more. A lot more. So, Eclipse didn't make the difference here, because as you see, he would have survived without the shielding, and he would have survived with the healing of Sundered Sky. He's reading the item. What does the item even do? Because many of the people in WildRift, they just see that the item has like a little, what is it called? Icon. Like you see a new icon, so I have to buy it, right? That's what many people do think. Actually, it's not even I'm not even joking. Hald is rolling around like some Star Wars little droidica. Yeah, no difference. Eclipse did make zero difference here at all. Nothing. I don't think any item would have made a difference considering what has happened there. So, let's be fair. I think the only first item, ironically, in this bad scenario that would have made a difference would have been Maw, but again, you should not first item Maw unless the enemy team is hefty AP. Goes in with the ultimate onto the Kaiser. Misses that one. Hits this. The shield doesn't do anything. It also, because the shield only scales with your bonus AD, on Aatrox it might be a special case because you gain so much AD with your ult. But that just makes it a very niche item for many champions that have AD increase. Like for example, you have Riven as a possibility as well, since she gains 25% now with the upgrade. And Aatrox also gains a hefty portion, I don't know the exact percentage. But Katrina has 12 kills. So yeah, we do need more, and he is rightly identifying so to build more very soon. What I don't like is number one, he doesn't have Triumph, and that he feels very slow, like he pops ultimate, and without Yomus it feels often like very weird, because your champion needs to be close to kill them. What is my Ornn doing? Ornn is just doing some unfortunate mistakes here. We pop them, get the free kill, Sona ults very late, we flash after it, chase down is commencing, and the enemy doesn't really have a chance. Like right now we don't see like if Eclipse is doing anything for us outside of providing us with 55 AD. That is the only thing that we can positively say that the difference so far was. But because right now you see, it doesn't do anything for us. It didn't help us reach, it didn't help us stay tanky, because if we can't reach, we can't get the shield. Now he swaps over to defensive boots. Because as of this game moment, like time in the game, he cannot just have normal attack attack damage boots because he dies too fast. So what you can do in a normal environment, you can, for example, he can first item Yuma's Ghostblade, because that way he can just put off going for boots, right? And then he can run Sudden Impact over Nimbus Cloak, and have a lot more power on that angle. Or if he, like, since he's going for the Bruiser variant, at least go for Triumph. Waits in the brush for the moment to turn around, turns around now, gets the Eclipse shield, has a double shielding now, more on Eclipse, providing him with ample shielding. In combination, it's quite a nice combo when you hit the later stages of the game, especially with ult available on you, because keep in mind you gain a lot of AD. And therefore, the item becomes a lot more powerful. I don't know what Ornn is doing. Ooh, nice knockup though, but Kai'Sa was trolling as well. The damage is coming in and there's just too much. You see, you just instantly pop. The Katarina has too much damage and you don't survive. Like, that is just too much for him right now. One being killed as well. This game looks like a very, very hard one. Flashes onto the dagger to get closer to El Corquito. El Corquito even has Mercury threats and even goes for more defensive stats. Yeah, Camille, that's a nice try against the Kai'Sa. But yeah, Kai'Sa is the Kai'Sa champion. Terminus is a very cool item on this champion. Completely breaking the power dynamics of a champion who would otherwise be so much weaker. Yeah, she has Terminus Blade right now. You don't survive. Like, you just die. And if she picks up Riftmaker after, it's just GG. Yeah, Talon doesn't have enough damage to kill the Aatrox. Now the turnaround happens. You see the heal. Like, okay. Let's rewind, okay? Look at the HP bar of the Aatrox, okay? Look at how miserable the shield is. He hits the spell for the healing, 241 healing. Gets the shield, but look at the healing. Look at the healing, 544 plus the number beforehand. Eclipse just seems like such a... Like, into these kind of drafts where the enemy is too mobile, it just seems so impactless. Because if you can't reach, what is your item gonna do? It feels so difficult. Whereas Sundered Sky, you can at least make the argument, hey, I only need to auto-attack once, and I can just choose whomever is close to me, and therefore gain some big chunk of healing back. Oh, somebody's in the T-Hex Mecca. We see him on the minimap. Oh, Kai'Sa doesn't die, that's actually terrible. You know, the biggest grief possible right now would be for anyone that is remotely valuable of the enemy team to hop into the TX Mecha. But yeah, the benefits, for example, of Maw over Eclipse. Oh, Katarina, is she going to get it? Yep, she gets it. Didn't use Smite, didn't want to use Smite. Is that it has 5582, and the shield is a permanent one that you just can restack every single time you deal damage. And you see, the shield is instantly being restacked whatever he does, and it's very, very powerful as an item, especially in games where it is good. Still no Eclipse benefit here. Gets a big chunk of healing again. Now the enemy's trying to finish the TX Mecha, is blasting the base. What is he gonna do? He still has Smite available, he probably has to use it on... Oh my god, look at the damage. The TX Mecha, he's trying to end, but the TX Mecha is just so useless. He takes so long to spawn. I really hope they change the TX Mecha to like an NPC control thing. Like it has like an auto mode where it just walks with you. Like people, I don't know, people can vote or something, I don't know, like anything. Because putting anyone in there seems like such a massive waste. Camille, very interesting item constellation. Doesn't have any shred of MR at all. Has Shojin. Okay, the Shojin Camille. Another buff being yoinked away by the Katarina, but now she's maybe over... Look at that! Okay, look at that healing. Was it through anti-healing? Yeah, this is through anti-healing, by the way. Yeah. So we can safely say Divine, Sundered Sky, yeah, Eclipse is like, Eclipse just does nothing. It doesn't even shield you. Look, now it gains you a shield. All the other items he had, more, and Thunder Sky did so unbelievably much in this exchange. Whereas Eclipse, yeah, it grants you 55 AD in haste. That's literally it. Look at what he's doing to him. Wait, why are we back? Hold up. I'm confused. I guess we go in for game 2? We go in for game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Completely surprising me out of nowhere. I guess we get game 2, which is, well, not necessarily correctly timestamped, but it's fine. Okay, at least we get to see some jungle clearing now again. Always love to see some jungle clear. Is he going to use his first ability to double camp? No, he's not. Also puts a pointer to his second ability over his third ability. There's a little bit more damage. Yeah, this game is another more game. This is most definitely another more game. Okay, if we assume that in this game, okay, he learned from his previous mistakes that Eclipse is shit, then he immediately now goes for Yumus to make up for the gap closing thing. Because you saw he barely had any value of Eclipse as an item last game. Only the 55 AD, but then you can just go for Yumus Ghostblade. And have even more benefits because you have more damage and mobility. Making it easier for you to actually reach and deal more damage at the same time. But again, this game is a massive more game once again. Unironically, you could even first item more this game and you would not care. Because if we believe that Herald is still the objective to go for, then more as your first item will completely deny the enemy's top side like Corki, Ornn, and Diana, maybe even Janna if she comes, to deal enough damage to you. The question here now is simple. If Sundered Sky outvalues more because you believe you can auto-attack multiple people and therefore sustain more through the Sundered Sky, then you would mitigate through more. But yeah, I would have loved to see an earlier more because more is so unbelievably unbalanced. And yeah, we saw the Diana on the other side of the map making her play. We also have some nice vision down there. Ornn goes in, has to immediately flash away. Gets completely blown apart. Very nice combo by them. That's a very, very important kill to gain. Wave seems to be in a decent spot unless Akali chooses to deny it. Jace is moving up there just to give some additional security. We don't see the wave up there, so we don't see if Akali is pushing the next one, and if we are really unlucky, she might not be able to do it in time and then gets frozen on by the Ornn. But it seems like she actually gets it into the tower early enough. Okay, Diana just threw a Q over this wall here. Now ganks mid lane as well. If I was Jace, I'd just first item more here. He has armor pen boots, and I would just go more, because then I'm invincible. Because they have triple AP topside, and with more, I'm unkillable. Because it doesn't matter if I do 5 or 10% less damage if I'm literally unkillable. Because then I can deal more damage over the course of time because I'm alive for longer. So yeah, I would personally just go for, as I said, more. I did so recently against Twisted Fate and Evelynn. And it was lovely because I can just face tank them and laugh at them because I think I had Mercs and more as early items on Jace. Because, yeah, why not? If the enemy team drafts like piggies, then you just punish them like piggies. Nice punishment, immediately realizing that the Diana was on the other side of the map. Now the enemy is using every single spell to deny his invades, but yeah. So the issue is, if he doesn't go for this, his team is losing. And yeah, he going for this without any backup is sad. Like, he had to take the loss, as it seems, because nobody was there to back him up. So Diana gets away with this play on the other side of the map without him being able to do anything about this. Because the normal play is, let's say your lane's in a position where you're not getting killed for doing this, right? The Diana on the other side of the map goes for a play. You take away some of her jungle to make the play somewhat even, so she doesn't get both her camps and this play. Hex gates. He plays down the water dragon, uses the hex gate onto the other side of the map. Places down the mines, gets a pathetic amount of gold for this. And his team is completely wiping the floor with the flank here. Does he get there in range? Does he get there in time? Or will he die? Okay, gets the healing from the auto attack, turns around onto El Scuddler, and we get the kill. It's huge. And now we have Sundered Sky. Now he picks up Yomus for the movement speed. In this instance, I believe if he chooses to play topside, he might just be able to pick up the Maw. Because I think now Maw would have been even better, because he'd be invincible. And maybe there's a world now in which you can play like this Bruiser variant of Aatrox, especially in these type of games, but you run Ghost instead of Flash. And then running Nimbus Cloak becomes even more powerful. No matter that Flash. Nice second ability by the Orin, avoiding the pullback. It should have worked there, so. But yeah, now this tower will take a lot of damage. Orin can't really defend it on his own. Diana's on the other side of the map making something proactive happen. And the dive is now commencing. Akali is tanking, however, something you really do not want to have happen. So now, the only question that for jungles that exists is your champion mobile enough? Can you first item Sundered Sky, or do you need to still have Yomus? That is probably the only question that you have, and then you go for the normal items you have built in the past, and you just stay away from all the other items like Eclipse, and yeah, because most of these items don't really do much for you. But yeah, probably Riven and Aatrox are the best Eclipse users, depending on what damage type you're facing. Damage compositions, or rather team compositions, as in melee and ranged. Because the more ranged champions there are, the more difficult it is for you to actually reach them consistently and actually get value of your Eclipse shield. Because if you think about the last game, it was very difficult for the Aatrox to maintain any good benefit from the item outside of the haste and AD, which any other item would have done the same. Flashing in right now, flashing away by the Diana. Escapes into safety. Ult being popped. We know that Ornn is around as well. Big damage coming in. That's just too much damage, you see. There's just no chance. Another reset coming in. Ornn trying to run. This person will be dove. By the way, did you guys spot an indicator for when Sundered Sky is able to be procced on an enemy champion? Because I believe I still haven't seen an indicator. For Heartsteel, we have this red symbol slowly growing bigger next to the champion. But I think for the Sundered Sky, like, come on now, I haven't seen the indicator. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention. But let's see what we can find. But yeah, so far, just asking you guys, how has your experience been in the early season? I can only recommend to not play a lot during the early season, like the first 4 days, because it's absolutely crazy. You'll get so much pain. What the flip? Okay. El Corquito, you are sadly going home. Again, I didn't spot an indicator. Maybe the Aatrox effects are just too flashy, or maybe I'm just turning blind, who knows. But yeah, we have the Omega damage now. We have even Trinity Force as a another tool of extra added burst damage when it comes to playing Aatrox here. But I wonder if it wouldn't just... I think it would be just better to have more here already again. Because right now you can still get one shot, right? You only have health, you know, you don't have any resist. Oh, Diana has first item rebel. Come on, man. It's crazy. They see it on League PC from like a Diana 1 trick from 15 years ago. They're like, okay, let's first item it in this game as well. When we have completely different items that make our champion a lot stronger, like for example, Prophet's Pendant, Sun Impact and combination. And yeah, let's see what happens here in this fight now. He goes in with the plant very soon. Waits for the right moment for the enemy to engage. Pops the ult, sees his angle, has flash available, looks for the enemy here. He will flash over the wall, yep, one-shots the enemy carry, now looks for another one. Has the anti-healing applied to him, takes so much damage, but still survives. Again, if he had more over Trinity Force, this would not been that close. Cause don't forget, more provides you with a magic resist and a constantly refreshing shield. And it has 55 AD compared to Trinity Force, I think it was 25 AD. But yeah, you don't have the Spellblade passive. But yeah, you are a lot tankier, you constantly completely regenerate more once you hit something once. So again, key itemization in key situations can be very much of a difference maker if you pay close attention. More being picked up now, 25. 55 AD, 45 magic resistance. We are here to ball. Akali hits the ultimate, gets a massive shielding onto the Diana by her teammate. Gets blasted by the enemy team. Come on, give me one auto attack. Boop. We come back with the Maw Shield, and Maw Shield is already fully regenerated after a fraction of a second. Now they turn their attention towards Baronasha while the enemy has to run away. Diana is coming around the corner with backup of Ornn and Corquito. Smite is available. Does Diana find the angle to actually get in and steal it? Nope, she didn't, and gets immediately one-tapped by Aatrox, and that ends the game. Complete domination. This time, no Eclipse, and this time we end the game like this. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more RiftGuides content.